Okay, I'm going to give you a quick overview on starting the APU and using our Denny's checklist provided by Flight Safety. The first thing we see up here is circuit breakers are all in, switches are good, and then we check the emergency battery to on. The emergency battery is located in the overhead right up here. So just switch it to on. And now what we're looking for is our center screen. Out of all of those is going to come up, and we want to get the battery voltage. It says here the emergency battery voltage. The way you get to that is by coming straight back down here to paging. It's going to be on the third page, so you page this, and I'll show you what happens when I push in the button. Here's page 1, page 2, and then our battery voltage here. So as you can see on here, our emergency battery voltage is right at 25 volts, more than adequate, or 24.8 now. So once we've confirmed that, we're going to go up and we're going to turn the emergency battery, the regular battery master back up just below the emergency battery. That's going to go to the override position. So we turn that to the override position, and now we turn our emergency battery off. Okay, so we come back down again and we look page 3 once again, and just as a quick reminder, both of our battery voltages now are 25.6, and it defaults back to this page here. So we've got that good, so we're good. So now let's go ahead and continue down the list to emergency lights. Those again up on the upper panel. They're in a guarded position, and they're right here next to our battery. Right here, just push it. Right there, that kicked our emergency lighting up. So once we have that up, we go to turn our auxiliary pump on. Back down here, again, our auxiliary pump switch is located right here, just to the center position. You'll hear it running. We watch on our panel up here, again, the center panel, you can see the right pump coming up right there. Once that comes up to pressure, and let it rise all the way up to pressure, then we go ahead and we engage our parking brake. Simply pull up and push that forward. As you do, you'll see it drop down again. Let that come all the way back up on the pressure. Then you go ahead and you turn this off. Make sure your environmental control system, your ECS system, which is located down here, is in the RAM position. You can see here the RAM. You don't want it in APU for the start. So it's in the RAM position. So we want to ensure that. Okay, and then we come up for our position lights. Again, back to the upper panel, and all your lighting is up here on the right end here. Right upper position light goes up like that. Make sure that that's on. Then we come back down and we look again at our Denny's list here, and it shows now what we want is the APU master turned on. Again, back up top, the APU master is located at the bottom or the lower portion on the right. We turn this all the way to on. When we do that, what we're going to do now is come back to our center panel here. And we're going to go and what they call box up your CAS messages. All these messages we want to move up. The way we do that is come back down to where it says CAS, and you push the button till those come all the way up, and all you see is this here. Okay, pretty much it's going to let us know by looking at that. Once those are cast up, we're going to go back through them, and we're going to look in here for the right APU door open. So when it says APU door open, we know now that our auxiliary power unit door is open. Before we start it though, we want to come back up here and do a fire test on it to make sure the system is good. Easy thing to do. You're simply going to come up here, hold this button in. You see that there? They all lit up. Everything's good there. We're going to come back down here to the panel, and what we're looking for again on the panel here, and we'll have to go through the different pages, is that the test was complete. And if I can find it in here, APU door open. Let's do it one more time. It didn't cast up there for some reason. Okay, there we go. APU fire and bleed was okay on the top there. This thing casts the messages so quick, you just got to watch them. So those are all good. Everything tested on that. Come back up now. Go auto first on our pump. And then we go back up to on. And we're going to get a message up there. Right fuel pump is on. Once we have that message up there, we're going to come back to the switch panel up here. Ensure our generator is not in the on position. Okay, it's not, it's in that. Once we see that, we know we've got that open. We've got the fuel tank pump on, open here. Now we're gonna go ahead and start it. Simply push the button and watch down here again on your center panel, and you'll start to see the RPMs and the EGT come up. Well, it's doing that. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll cast this up. And what I'm looking for is APU Gen OK. You'll see that pop up here in a minute. Okay, there it is, APU ready. And it tells you right there, and it says our generator's off on it. So now what we're gonna do is simply turn the generator on, back over here. It's on there, and now we can see that it's on, APU's ready. We're going to come back here to page 3 again. And we can see that on the bottom here, the bottom line, it says APU. The volts are up and it's putting out the amperage, as you can tell. And that is all there is to it.